Hey guys, welcome to episode 17 of Profit Talk. Tonight it seems like a lot of people have been talking about their sales are dying off, or they haven't sold anything this week, and so we thought it would be a good idea to talk about summertime as a reseller.
Summer.
I know that's totally what was going in my head too. As soon as I'm sitting there like typing the subject, and I'm like, oh, flashback. But for a lot of people, this might be their first summer, or some people just maybe this is going to be their summer that kind of goes down the tubes or whatever. So we thought it might be handy dandy to give some tips, for what works for us in the summertime. Things maybe get you thinking outside the box a little bit, I guess.
Outside the box.
Not a song.
I don't think that
No, there's another one, but it's a Saturday Night Live thing. I'm not going to do that.
It's my favorite Christmas song. I know what you mean.
Got my summer in a box.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, the obvious things we've got, yard sales are ramping up. Yard sales are awesome. Church
I live
sales.
in Texas. We do yard sales all year.
Some of you people don't have to wait for the snow to melt.
Some in better states than others.
Whatever.
I say that. I sure need.
So we're trying to make sure that we offend all groups of people today. No. But I think that's the big obvious one. Hit up the yard sales, hit up the church sales. Church sales are awesome. Watch for the neighborhood yard sales. Around here we have. Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Rollers.
We have village-wide sales, and those are awesome. Whenever the entire village is one big garage sale, like you park your car and walk a mile, hitting all the garage sales on all of them on one side of the street, and then cross the street and come back to your car, and then go one block over and do the same thing over and over again. But what are some of the more not so obvious things that you guys do in the summertime to keep things going or freshen things up? Or maybe we should talk about what they can expect first in summertime.
There was actually in one of the groups today, there was a discussion about sales are slow this week, or this weekend were awful on eBay, on Amazon. I mean, I think they kind of were for everybody. And one thing to expect, did I just interrupt, Deb? Why is everybody smiling? And one thing to definitely expect is when weekends get busy and it gets pretty outside across the country, people aren't necessarily going to be, unless they're searching for a part for the barbecue grill or an inflatable for their pool or whatever. I mean, people have graduations, people have summer vacations starting, the weather's nice, they're outside, they're hiking, they're camping, they're not really tethered to their computers as much. Maybe it's still their phones, but I mean, there's usually in mid-May, there's a lot going on just with weddings and graduations and family events alone. I mean, you can expect, unless you're selling things related to those two things, you can expect there to be kind of a little slow time. I mean, I listed some pool filters with FBA. They sold great, but outside of that, everything else was kind of like, that's normal. That's normal when people start spending time outside. People are glued to their computers and glued to their phones, I believe, more so in wintertime when they're being more homebodies. So that's my theory. Nothing to panic about. There's no rolling blackouts. There's no red door, blue door. It's all good. Your account's all good. It's normal. It's everybody. It's everybody.
I agree with especially everybody, like the weddings and graduation and things like that. I think people just aren't sitting in front of the computer. They've already got those things ready. They've got their presents, whatever, blah blah blah. And it does get kind of slow. Unless you have those everyday things that people, I'm running out of this. I better get my paper towels or whatever. What do you think, Deb?
I'm thinking that I'm really pissed off at eBay right now.
Uh-oh.
Why?
something.
Because for some reason, an item that I had priced $29.95 sold for $9.95.
Oh.
And I know for a fact it said $29.95 because when I looked at my phone, it said $29.95. But in the sales history, on the purchase, on the order history, it says $9.95. So I'm checking my PayPal right now, and I received $9.95 for an item that weighed 3 pounds.
Well, did you at least get shipping?
No. That's why it was $29.95. Sorry, I just saw that.
No, I don't blame you.
Do you get? I know. I think I have it turned off, but can you, or is there a way to? I can't remember because it's been turned off for so many years for me. But don't you get like emails when you list an item initially, or not?
I turn it off. I don't.
So there's no way to go back and look and call eBay and say, "Hey, here, look at this."
No, I'm gonna have to get my phone.
That's not cool.
Well,
that's deluxe. So what can you do to combat the slowdown of sales?
You keep listing and listing and listing and listing, and people will buy 25% of it.
Like, I just noticed that my chin got sunburnt. Apparently my visor did not cover my chin. Look at this. Do you see, like, the red?
You have a visor that goes to, like, your nose, but not your chin?
No, I mean, I had my visor on, and I was, like, looking down. I was planting flowers and helping Gavin with a desert terrarium thing. But apparently I was not looking down all the time because my chin is red and hot.
I mean, honestly, for me in the summer, I get into more things. Okay, I mean, I could go on and on different angles of all this, but okay, yes, it is yard sale season. My personal kind of way I tend to do things, I'll buy up a lot of stuff during yard sale season, even though we pretty much take the summer off. We don't take it off. I still work. I still have to work. But we try to spend a lot of time with the kids at the lake or out of town or vacation, stuff like that. But have money coming in through FBA, have money coming in through eBay, even if I have to do the occasional vacation hold. So, like, if I do hit yard sales now, I'll buy a lot of good stuff. But, like, let's say the whole day I spend $200 on yard sales. I'll come home and I'll list several items to get my $200 plus back. I'll list all the big items first, and then the little items tend to kind of go to the wayside. And then that's kind of like, it's kind of like a squirrel saving up nuts or whatever, acorns for the winter. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Then I still have that other inventory list after yard sale season is completely dead or whatever. It's just, I don't know. We take a lot of time off in the summer. We're kind of winter people, so we do a lot more of our, like, the majority of our business is really in fourth quarter and first quarter. And, I mean, that's probably 80% of our business, and then the rest is just kind of living off the fat of the land, or whatever you want to call it. The other 2 quarters, just, you know, the stuff that's still at FBA or the stuff that's still boxed up and piled up that I don't have anything in because I've already made my money back, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish that I had, like, my sales history from last year to show, like, a comparison, but I took off in April of last year as, like, a mental health break. I just had a lot of stuff going on, and so I took off all of April, and then, like, my sales, like, died, and eBay had that breach last May. And so it, like, totally screwed up everything, or in June, whenever they had their breach. And then that, like, totally screwed up all the sales for everyone. So I don't really have, like, a comparison from last year because everyone's sales died. After the breach, it just, like, went kaboom.
I, in the summertime, spend most of I travel, like, with the kids. And I do, like, pick up stuff and, you know, I'll, like, ship it in or whatever, but I don't do a whole lot in the summertime. I'm kind of like with Dusty, but I can do that. That's one of those, you know, I just, because it doesn't add to the budget. If I did, I think I would be more on Dusty's side and budget out. I think that's, like, one of the big things. If you do this for your entire income, like if this is your full-time thing, this is where your budgeting comes in really good for when the sales do slow down in the summertime. I think that there are certain things that do sell better in the summer. I know things sell like all year round, but I think that certain things, you know, like if you kind of like chasing the seasons, like with bundles and things, you know, like your beachy items, that kind of stuff, like the things that people get new every year, you know, and I don't know, camping things, beachy stuff, get your flip-flops out, that kind of thing. If what you're sourcing isn't working for you, you know, if you're not selling anything, then maybe try some of the more seasonal items. Don't go deep, you know, but try some of the seasonal items. Especially if you're doing bundles. If you do bundles on FBA, chase the seasons. Look at the occasions that are coming up. Make purchases based on those. You know, like the whatever's 2 months away is a good time to, you know, get your stuff in. At least the month before. You know, have at least a month. That's like the very bare minimum.
If I do, can I do a screen share with
Yeah.
something that's open in Picture Viewer? Will that work? Hold on.
Just share your entire screen.
Yeah, if you just share your.
No, there might be something personal.
You can.
Does that show up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see that graph? Okay, I just cut it. I just cut it and pasted that. That's from my sales dashboard. That's like a really good. This is 2014. So here's January. Everything kind of tapered off after everybody got rid of all their. Can you see my mouse too? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everything kind of tapered off after everybody got their whatever. But here's like literally in September. That's when. I'm trying to remember what I was doing last year in September. I mean, that was a lot of it leading up to Black Friday, but that was a lot of other stuff. So like honestly, when I said fourth quarter and first quarter, these were all. You know, this was our main income right here on into January. Really, not even first quarter much, and then summer. These were just occasional. You know, this is just little income from summer type items in here. It wasn't really. You know, as you can see, we have 8-9 months out of the year. Then again, I also do concentrate during those months right there. I kind of concentrate on eBay stuff. You know, one thing that will never go out of season. One thing that will never go out of fashion or whatever is like collectibles, and I do a lot of collectibles. I do a lot of odds and ends type stuff on eBay, and that's something that, you know, you can sell year round, that you don't have to worry. You know, maybe people aren't buying jean shorts, or they aren't buying that was for Brian Posey. Maybe they aren't buying jean shorts, maybe they aren't buying t-shirts, you know, maybe they aren't buying swimsuits or whatever. But, you know, there are certain items, you know, collectors will always collect. If you put a piece of space stuff out there or a certain type of pottery or whatever, I mean, those collectors buy year-round. And so I kind of tend, those months that I showed where the graph was kind of down, I tend to go back into my eBay hole a little bit more.
When do you start sending in things for back, or do you do back to school?
I don't.
Do you chase anything?
No, I mean, only because, I mean, I've done FBA for almost 3 years now. I really concentrate more on fourth quarter, but there's nothing really, I guess, because I've never really found the right items that really get me excited. When I think back to school, you know, I know you can bundle and you can do all that. I'm not into bundling. That's just not my thing. I mean, I know there's great money in it, and I'm probably missing out. I probably should be exploring it. But when I think back to school, I think like crayons and paper, and then I'm like, you know, it just doesn't. I don't know. I just never really tried it.
If you can figure out, you know, the backpack that the kids are going to want to have, backpacks are good. If you're not going to make a bundle, just to do a even if you just do a backpack and lunchbox, you know, just like a set with a backpack and a lunchbox, or so, you know, send them in separately. It doesn't matter, but those are always
good items.
Mm-hmm.
And I may have to explore that more. I don't know. I just really don't have a good source for backpacks either. That's one of my things. I just never have come across. Really,
online is the best.
I hate online arbitrage. Don't make me do it.
Yeah, but find a great price on one and get 20 of them, and you're done. Yay!
Deb, do you do back to school?
No.
No. That's why she's
like,
it's like
No, I don't. I mean, the products that I have, and you know, the niche that I'm in, I kind of like it only in that it doesn't have a season. So my sales in December are going to be the same as my sales in August or in March or in, like, I don't have a fourth quarter. I don't really have a quarter period because they're all this, I mean, there's nothing seasonal about the items that I sell.
that's true.
So I don't worry about the ups and the downs. The only things that I notice is really short time frames that things are, you know, people's focuses are other places. So that's why I try to tell people, I'm like, well, you got to look at the big picture in, you know, between not just day by day or weekend by weekend or week by week, but more in the month by month type things that January might suck, but February was awesome, and they even themselves out. You know. So, I mean, because I was looking at my sales reports from last year, and yeah, May and June, there was an obvious decrease in May and June, and then it went up and up and up through July, August, September, October, you know, until they got back steady to where they were. You know, there was like a decrease of about 30%, and it kind of worked its way back up too. But there, a lot of it has to do with the effort that I was putting in at the time as well. You know, so it's hard to blame it on anything other than, I know the breach last year really affected a lot of people, but other than that.
I'm making a list of, you know, the things that we say, you know, for summertime, so that we can put a document up. We can put it in the Profit Talk group like we did with the other thing, like the Making Money at Home episode that we did.
And the only thing I can say is you know, if your sales are decreasing, then you really just kind of have to increase the amount of product availability that you have, because I mean, that's more options for people to buy, essentially.
Mhm.
That's the way I see it.
I agree with that.
I'm just sitting here looking, like on Amazon, for instance. I'm looking at my sales, my business report, the one I was just showing the screenshot from, where I had cut and pasted it. But I'm sitting here looking, and you can do it by category. And I'm sitting here looking at like DVDs, and then I've got it from January through December of last year. I've got a huge spike. I'm trying to remember if I had sent in a bunch of stuff or if there was some reason. I've got a huge spike in April and May for DVDs. And I'm wondering, I mean, do people...
Because there's a lot of kids that get out of school. That's why people end up selling a lot of VHS in June.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of elementary school kids that are home.
Keep them occupied. That's a good thing. Things that are going to keep kids occupied at home.
Like paddles and chains.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at toys, and toys is like flatline the whole entire year, and then to mid-September it goes up. But I know the reason for that. It's because I don't actively look for toys the rest of the year. I start buying toys in September-ish and sending them in, or October-ish, and so that's why I had more toy inventory. So that's not really a good indicator.
I think outdoor toys, things that get the kids outside and occupied, like now, end of May, beginning of June, and it depends on when the kids get out of school, you know, like in the area. Like, I know a lot of kids are done after this week and next week, but anyways, you know, once the kids have been home for a few days and the parents are already over it, they want, you know, I'm not lying. I mean, they're over it, you know, and they want something that's going to keep the kids occupied and outside. So I think that I haven't done it. I might try that. I might go get some things and see how fast they go.
Duct tape.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, they're not going to sit by that radiator on their own. So The CPS is at my door. I don't have radiators, guys.
I don't even own a radiator.
Here. I know, right? Did anybody give me their answers yet?
What do you guys do to boost sales in summer? What kind of thing
They're ignoring me, aren't they?
do you for your business in summer? And
they're still saying hi to each other.
Uphone iFlip said Craigslist. I mean, Craigslist is good year round.
Craigslist is good in the summer, though. People start cleaning out the garage, and
I just don't like people. And, you know, the sad thing is I really do truly like people. And once I meet people from Craigslist, I usually make a friend, and they say, oh, I collect such and such, and I save their number in my phone. And about 6 out of 10 times I end up staying in touch and selling them something else. But it's just that dread of like, oh, my God, I got to meet somebody new. It's kind of like when you have to go to a Christmas party or something, and you really don't want to go, and then once you get there, you have fun.
Mm-hmm. What's Marianne said, sale every weekend, Thursday through Monday. Do you mean like you run a sale every weekend on your eBay stuff? Or is she going to yard sales?
I don't think she's, maybe. I don't know where she's at that they have yard sales on Thursdays and Mondays.
I think Marianne's in Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, our yard sales run Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
See, we don't do Thursdays much here. Ours is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you'd think living more in the Bible Belt that you wouldn't have that many on Sunday, but we actually do.
We don't have a lot on Sunday. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
It's like almost zero on Thursdays.
Really?
Yeah, and I know that Ronnie or somebody that lives up like New England area was saying they had a lot. I think it was Ronnie. They have a lot on Thursdays too.
That's the day to go too, because not everybody, it's not all housewives in the town.
Oh, I love Friday ones because a lot of people, I mean, your resellers are off, like us, are off work, 7 days a week. They can go anytime. But yeah, like on Fridays, you don't get the business people, you don't get the crowds.
Mm-hmm. If you go on, that's like our Thursday here, because a lot of people work 410s, and especially in the summertime, they end up a lot of the places. I don't know what they're doing, but I know that it's Friday. It starts getting busy, especially my little town, because we're kind of a little touristy type thing. People sail in the boats. Friday they all come in.
Marianne was talking about putting her store on sale.
Oh, okay.
I leave my store on sale pretty much. Once I relist stuff, I go in and start. I wait a couple hours and I go in and start a sale. Now, on newly listed items, I'll let them sit 24 to 48 hours. But after 48 hours, if they haven't had an offer, because I use primarily Buy It Now Best Offer, if they haven't had an offer, I'm going to go in and put a sale on it. And that sale is going to run through the end of the 7 days. And then when I relist, I'll drop the price just a hair, and I'll wait a couple hours, and then I'll put another sale on it. And that's just my method. I mean, it's what works for me. Do you do sale? No, you don't do eBay. Never mind.
No.
I run sales.
And does anybody else do eBay?
Well, but that's a pretty good idea, though, that she does Thursday through Monday. She puts things on a sale.
That's a great idea. I mean, honestly, it probably would work better if it said, like, because it shows them, the sale ends in 48 hours, so it creates a sense of urgency. I'm just too lazy to keep up with the sales because for some reason, I guess from different starting times over the, I'll list 5 or 6 items one day, whatever. Everything has different starting and ending times. And so I'm too lazy to go in there and do 15 different sales or whatever. I'm lazy, basically. But if I could keep on top of it, that'd be great.
I like having the sale. I like having it on sale over the weekends. I like that. I kind of like what Deb said, though, about the parts thing, that she doesn't really have a season, that it's pretty much, it goes off of what she's doing. So if you're thinking about parting if you're thinking about parting items out, I think summertime would be a great time to try it. If your sales are falling, like if your sales are falling off, I think it'd be a great time to try it because, you're absolutely correct. There is no season, for parts. I think
Nope.
that's awesome. But you do shoes and you do. I mean, you don't do just parts.
I do shoes, but I do shoes that people would wear regardless. Because even the sandals, since they're the comfort style sandals, people will wear those no matter what.
Good.
You know, because that's what they wear. Because that's what their foot needs. You know, like so. Yeah, pretty much everything that I sell is kind of year round. Not really they're not really seasonal products. So, and generally, if I do have a seasonal product, it doesn't even sell in its own season.
Well, that's like the coats and things like that. You know, like people say, just they sell all year round, and I think that things like that do sell all year round. But I still think that there's a surge. You know, like right before. You know, if you got a bathing suit, I think you're a lot more apt to sell a bathing suit right before swimsuit season or during swimsuit season.
Right, of course.
You know, but
you
phone, I have
in December.
Yeah, I have zero clue about the flea markets. I would not buy clothing at the flea market.
I don't go to the flea market, so I don't know. And the last flea market I went to was more of like a giant garage sale.
The last one I went to was like Alibaba dropped off a shipment. That's like all it was. There was no cool like flea market stuff. It was just like cases and cases of headbands, you know, and it was awful. Like it was.
I mean, we got kind of a cool flea market here. Like they have a section that has like live band, and people go there like it's a club. Like they are all dressed up like they're and like they dance and they sell beer and stuff, and so it's basically like the daytime nightclub.
That's funny.
And then it's huge though. Like they sell all kinds of stuff. You can go there and buy like a whole furniture set, or if you want to buy some parakeets or boots, or and then there's like the smaller vendors that have like the they're only there like they're just like a little weekend. They only go one weekend or whatever. Like it's not their typical booth. And then you see there's like a lady there that is like selling off her coupon hoard. Like she'll have like all the things that you buy with your coupons. Like shampoos and body wash and deodorant and stuff.
I used to sell at flea markets some. I wouldn't do it again. If I'm gonna unload excess inventory, it's gonna be a yard sale. That's what I typically do, because if I'm gonna stand out in the sun and sweat my ass off, I'm gonna at least have a beer and not have to drive home, or several beers, and then I drag it all to the curb and then put an ad on Craigslist that says "curb alert, free crap," or drag it to the trunk of the car and then donate it on Monday. But I used to. You
can call the truck here to come and just be like, "Hey, be here Monday morning."
Yeah, ours here make you schedule so far out in advance, and then by then, of course, it's rained or it's done something, and they're really weird about it. So it's kind of like they want your donations, but they don't have enough trucks, or maybe they really don't want your donations. But yeah, the last yard sale I had, it was a bunch of my wife and daughter's clothes, and we had some folding tables, and I kind of half folded it was like brown or black hefty bags full of crap that were actually set aside to donate. And so I took the bags while we were, of course you get like rushed at the very beginning of the yard sale with 57 gazillion people. And then after that, I dumped the bags in the middle of the table. And as it kind of slowed down, I went through and I just kind of loosely folded shirts and whatever and made some big cardboard signs that said, all clothing 25 cents each. Sold the crap out of it. So then I raised the price to 50 cents. Well, then this lady comes back in mid-afternoon. She's like, I thought everything was a quarter. I bought stuff earlier. I was like, well, for you, it still is, but your voice down. Thanks for being a total. And I was still selling it at 50 cents. And I because I'm going to donate it anyhow. I really didn't care what it was. It was little, graphic tees from my daughters, or it could be a skirt, or it could be whatever, jackets, anything except shoes. And I just 50 cents a piece, and everything just flew out the door. And at the end of the day, I made $40-50 off some clothes I was going to donate anyhow. My daughter had already run it all to Plato's Closet. They had already bought, whatever they were going to buy or weren't going to buy, which if you don't have one of those near you is a kind of a we buy clothing store.
But it's more for teens.
It's like a oh dang
Once
it.
Upon a Child.
Yes, I was all. It's like a children's. No, that's not the name of it. It's not called Children's Place.
Once Upon a Child for teens.
Teenagers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love to go whenever we go down to visit my mom. I take Braden and go in there and see if there's anything. Because we don't have one. I don't think there's any. I don't know if there's even one in Milwaukee. I don't think I've seen one up here at all.
Oh.
I know.
Poor Danica.
Those are expensive. They're all expensive. The kids are bankrupting me.
Because are they like all owned by the same people where it's like Once Upon a Child is for children and then like Plato's Closet is for teenagers and then like Buffalo Exchange is for adults?
I don't know what Buffalo Exchange is.
Oh, you don't have Buffalo Exchange? I think they own Plato's Closet.
Our Plato's Closet has men's stuff. It has, I say men's, it's like hipster man. You know, like you can find some really cool like old man shirts and stuff. I find some decent stuff, but it's like a lot of, like probably 75% of the men's stuff is like, okay, I'm way too old to be wearing that. Like, my kids will be like, Dad, why are you trying to be cool? You know.
I don't have to try.
I have totally ran out of gas. Like I think my gas just ran out. Like I'm just like.
I've been like out in the sun all day, so as soon as we're done, like I'm gonna shower and I'm going to bed. Like the sun, it's like I can't. Like I've been like dying for some sunshine, and it's just like, oh my god.
Well, I did that yesterday. That's why I was at the patio drinking Mexican martinis because I like called my husband. I was like, we're gonna go sit on a patio somewhere and get dressed, you know. Like so I came and picked him up and like we went to go have dinner. I was like, hurry up or the sun's gonna go down.
It drains me though. It's like, ugh, like I'm all sleepy. I had a list.
I just needed to like go outside.
Right. I had a list for today though, and I don't know what I did with it. Like. Because I was thinking about, like, before, when I had the idea, and, like, I told you guys that I couldn't remember what I wanted to ask you. Like, I made a list of things, you know, and, I don't know where it is.
Did you ever figure out what it was you wanted to ask us?
It was this!
Oh.
Yeah. I made a list of, like, things, and...
Oopsie.
Paul said that we need to talk about gay Harley riding hipsters.
And
then I'll wake up.
Did Paul just show up, or has he been in there? I hadn't seen him type before now.
I think he just showed up.
He just showed up. I just, like, poured ice all over my face.
So, I've been listing like a crazy person. You know, I have 56 new listings in the past 5 days.
You are on a roll.
I am. I'm excited. So I think my goal is to be done with that room within the next 30 days. Like completely done, where it's either all listed or it's all gone. One or the other. And I guess at day 30 I'll just have to start donating and stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to seasons or it comes to whatever, I'm very spontaneous. I'm very sporadic. I'm very unorthodox, and probably a gazillion other words. I mean, we like to, like at Christmas time, we'll plan to take 2 weeks and go out of town and go 100 miles away and visit family and be gone, and we know that ahead of time. So I work my ass off from Black Friday through December 15th. I mean, literally 7 days a week, 10 hours a day, or whatever it takes, so that I can, so we can rest. We'll do the same thing in summer. If we know we're going on a trip, I spent half the day, or spent all day today, taking merchant fulfilled Amazon stuff, converting it over, throwing stuff out, putting stuff. I'm still kind of spring cleaning, listing, so that I can make as much money possible, so we can take some time off in the summer. I mean, that's probably not the most orthodox way to do things, but it's not really any different than if you had a regular job. You work really hard and do whatever so you can earn your 2 weeks vacation a year. I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, and you don't want to be like on vacation. And you're like, guys, we gotta go because we're out of money and I need to go send some
we're out of
stuff
money.
to
I have
FBA.
17 packages that I have to ship on eBay or whatever. No, I
Yeah.
take all my merchant fulfilled Amazon, all my eBay stuff. Everything gets completely shut down. We're talking about in the listings or vacation hold where it doesn't even show up, or there's no. I'm not set my handling time to 12 days and I'll be back. No, I'd shut the crap down. I don't want questions. I don't want them to see the items. They don't have the opportunity to buy. The only thing they can buy is my FBA stuff, period, plain and simple. And then I check my email a couple times a day to make sure there's not any issues there.
Yeah, but that also lets you extend if you want to extend, if your vacation.
Yeah, absolutely. If the trip
can afford to extend your vacation.
Sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy. Well, we sleep in the car. We sleep in the car, so we just take as long as we want. No, but see, it works. But yeah, I mean, it does allow you freedom. I mean, really, honestly, I think that for those people that are full time or that do this because they want the freedom, if you're not going to allow yourself the freedom of being self-employed and take some of those liberties, then why are you even doing it? Unless you're just making 10 times more than you could at a regular job, which I could probably go make more at a regular job if I really wanted to. But then I'd be tied down and I'd have to put in for my vacation a month ahead of time and hope that Susie Smith didn't put in at the same time and they turned me down and plan things. No, we're just kind of more free spirits. We want to go on vacation. We work, and make a lot of extra money. And you can't really do that in a regular job unless you're in a commission-based job or whatever. But if you're with an employer, I mean, what other occupation in the world? I was talking to the guy at my little pack and ship place tonight, and I dropped off a ton of boxes and going into FBA, and he's like, wow, and I said, yeah, we started talking about something. I said, yeah, we're going to take some time off, so I may only be bringing you, stuff for a couple more weeks or whatever, and then you may not see me for a while. And he's like, yeah, we're kind of trying to figure out how to take a vacation here. Well, the problem he's got is he's tied down to this package. It's just him and his wife, and they have one part-time employee. So that's great, and he's self-employed, and that's it's awesome. But he can't even take a vacation because there's nobody to cover for him. If he had more employees, but it's not a big enough business to warrant that. So that's one of the nice things that we're all kind of blessed with. If you're full-time reseller, if you work really, really, really super hard and save up some money, then you can afford to take that trip or do whatever, or just shut down and sit in your damn underwear in your house if you want to for a month. And watch Netflix all day.
One of the ladies,
I like that idea.
She hit burnout, and it was because she ramped up and she likes where it is, but she's having to go,
right.
Like constant, and she's afraid that if she slows down, she's going to have to build back up. And you know what I mean? And we, kind of, the ladies were just like, you need to take a day, at least take a day, and I don't know. You do. You've got to do something for you. You have to take breaks. You have to just sit on the couch. I think that's what she said she's going to do. She's going to sit on the couch.
Yeah, and I had put in that post, I hadn't sat on my own couch in, 3 weeks. One time I noticed, I was like, I have not, gone over here on this side in, 3 weeks. And just, sat there and, turned the TV on and didn't touch a computer, and you have to, or you burn yourself out. It's like I was saying last year in April, I took a mental health break. I didn't list anything. I didn't work. I had a job at that time. I was working part-time. I took a leave of absence, and I didn't get anything done. I thought I was going to do all of these things, but what ended up happening is I was burnt out and completely done. And so I ended up taking a 2-month period of just not doing anything before I even got myself together again to actually function. And you don't want that to happen. It's much better just to take a weekend than it is to take 8 weeks, you know, or forever because you don't ever want to touch eBay or Amazon again.
So the people in like the chat are talking about vacation and, you know, like haven't taken a vacation in forever or whatever. We do, the boys and I do, like pretty much summer. You know, we go and visit the grandparents and, you know, go do that kind of thing. Like we'll be in North Carolina and Florida. John doesn't get to go for most of it, you know, because of his job, and like we're supposed to go to the Keys, and I don't know if he'll get to go because it depends on when the project changes, you know. So I kind of wish that he had a more, I mean, he can take, I think he gets like 3 or 4 weeks of vacation a year, I'm not sure, but it depends on, he's like an extremely necessary part of the projects, so it's like he can't, there are times that he can't leave, you know, and I kind of wish that it was more fluid like this is. I don't know, it is what it is, but I do think that you have to chill out, you have to turn it off and get a massage, go, you know, lay on the beach, just,
Well,
go ahead.
And we have an upcoming vacation. It's going to involve probably Cocoa Beach down that side of the coast, down to the Keys. We're not rich. We're not wealthy. I mean, it's a vacation that's going to last quite a while, and it's my father-in-law. It's something he likes to do every year. Instead of a Christmas present to everybody, that's kind of something, hey, let's take this big, long road trip thing, and I'm totally, I mean, it's awesome. It's a blessing. But so, you know, we're kind of in saving up mode because there are still bills. You know, the power is still going to run at the house. The you know, all the payments are still going to be due. All that kind of stuff. There is going to be other spending money, you know, that's going to be required, even though he covers the majority of it. I mean, it's you know, so I'm kind of in work mode. But you know, we were talking about hitting brick walls. I do. Sorry, I ran off for a minute and missed part of the conversation and run in the other room. But
we were just talking about taking time off still.
You know, I mean, y'all know that because we keep up in the Profit Talk chat. The three of us talk, you know, and y'all know that I hit brick walls. I mean, Sunday, let's say Monday, Saturday, this whole weekend was just kind of blah for me. You know, I did get a lot of FBA stuff done yesterday, rather, but Saturday was just kind of, you know, I hit a brick wall sometimes, and I watch YouTube videos, and I lay around on my bed or lay here, kick back in my chair and watch YouTube stuff when I should be working. I mean, it's okay to hit a brick wall because being a workaholic, if you aren't careful, you will work 7 days a week. I mean, you got to make yourself take that time off.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm lucky in that I have a wife and kids that are kind of going to remind me, hey, Dad, can we go do, you know, they kind of force me to take that time off, if that makes sense. And then it's kind of, I have to kind of reel myself back in and say, okay, you know, you're working a little too hard, you're working a little too much, you know, time to shut the computer off, go have movie night with the wife, or you know, go to the mall with the kids, or go on vacation, or whatever it is, you know.
I know that if I didn't homeschool the boys, that I would spend way too much time doing this. I know,
because
like,
you have
I
all
have
that,
no
right?
doubt. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when they were last summer, when they went to their grandparents, even though it was like during one of our moves, I still spent so much time on it. Too much. I was fried by the time John got home.
And like Paul just said in the side chat, he said, I love Amazon mostly because you can just walk away and keep making money. And that is so true because, like I said before, when we do go on vacation, I'm shutting my eBay down. Like I said, I'm not extending my handling time, so there might be, you know, miscommunication, and the buyer, oh, I didn't see that 12-day handling time. No, I'm letting the listings end, and if they're not listed, you know, 2 days before we go, just to make sure everything's been paid for and shipped out, I'm going to end them. I'll just end them. I can come back and relist them later. Not a big deal. They're still there, you know. And same thing with Amazon Merchant Fulfilled, which after today I don't have a whole lot of. I think almost everything's into FBA, but that's the awesome thing about Amazon. You can walk away and keep making money, and you really can with FBA. At least I know I have income still coming in. It's kind of almost like a paid vacation. It's kind of how I mentally think of it, I think, because you're on vacation, but you're still making money, if that makes sense.
Of course it does.
I mean, you have to work a little harder when you get back because that's that much more inventory you sold. Now your inventory's way down here, so you come back on vacation, you're like, crap, got to find some more stuff for FBA or for eBay or whatever. But I don't know.
You just got to go source a lot. I do, from last year when I was in Florida, I sent boxes in, on the road. I went and I did a lot of books because books are so fast and easy.
What is that Velky? I said earlier today.
Velky?
Sorry.
That's Rudy's lawnmower attachment thing. He got mad at Dusty and me.
Velky? That's Velky, interesting.
I said I will keep my eye out for one.
What's up, Rudy? I don't. So you're talking about while you were. I missed that part. You were on vacation, so you took a label printer with you, type thing.
Nope, I just took 30 ups.
But I mean, you took some sort of printer or whatever.
No, I stayed with my in-laws in Florida and my parents in North Carolina.
Oh, I missed that part. Yeah, that would totally work. But I mean, while I'm on vacation, I'll still look for stuff. If worse comes to worse, and I walk.
Hotels have printers. There's a printer in the workroom of the hotel if you have to.
Just don't use the one. Just don't use the one at the Hard Rock because it's a minimum of $9.95.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, it was a minimum of $9.95, and that covered 10 mintes.
That's when you just have to flirt a little bit.
No, that was because it was run by an outside third-party company.
Oh.
And that was where one item off of eBay, because I didn't shut my stuff down. The guy bought it 2 days before we went on vacation last year, and it was. Did I tell that story? It was a freaking welding cable or something. It was $24.99 free shipping. It fit in a priority A box. And so I'm emailing him. I'm like, hey, man, I'm about to go on vacation. Will you let me know? Will you pay for this? Whatever. Nothing. So I end up dragging this thing to Florida. We're in Orlando at the Hard Rock Hotel. He finally pays for it. I'm like, crap, I don't want to lose my metrics. So I go downstairs to the business center. It's $9.95 minimum for 10 minutes. And then it's 50 cents a page on top of that. And then the concierge guy tells me, we don't have mail pickup. Well, you can put it in the slot. And I'm like, it's a package. It doesn't fit in the slot. So I have to end up tipping the concierge $5 to make sure the mailman gets my package. Long story short, I made no money off the item by the time it's all said and done. And so in the future, I've learned I'm just going to kind of shut my stuff down a little earlier to make sure everything's paid for and out the door. So yeah, we drove around Florida for several days, almost a week, with a welding cable in a regional A box in the trunk of the car. Yeah, that was the most expensive. Usually the business centers are free. They might charge per page, but that one was awful.
Oh, I was sorry. I was trying to keep up. Joseph, nobody took that post down, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't take it down.
I didn't think it was in the 1500. I thought it was in another group.
I didn't even see it, so I don't know what he's talking about.
The Mary Kay thing. I didn't think it was in the 1500 though. But no, I haven't deleted.
Was it the post about finding the Mary Kay at the?
I thought that's what the one that Sarah was saying she wanted it. I thought that was in Resellers. Or
it wasn't in Resellers because I saw it.
That was Uphone iFlip said, Dusty, why didn't you just print the label at home and cancel if he doesn't pay? I mean, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. Although if I had done it through eBay, it would have sent him a message that it's already been shipped, and then why the guy thinks it's already been shipped, why the hell would he actually pay if he thinks I made a mistake? Unless he's actually an honest person. I guess I could have gone, directly through USPS.com. In all honesty, I didn't expect the hotel to be that much. Usually business centers are free, and you just pay a little bit per page.
No doubt.
I didn't expect it to be run by a third-party company where you had to swipe your freaking credit card at the computer when you
Yeah,
sat
that's
down.
kind of hokey.
That's
like,
crazy.
I've never.
Well, I mean, it was the Hard Rock Hotel. It's not like, I mean, most everything there was. That was one of my father's.
Well, that's not really a business-centered kind of place.
No, unless
either.
you're going to be shipping stuff to your, I don't know, business manager because you're a rock star or whatever.
Like if you stay like at the Hilton or the Hyatt, that kind of place, they always have a business center, and
yeah.
they'll charge you they might charge you per page, but usually you get a free certain amount of pages that you can print for free.
That's what I was expecting. I was expecting, like that, or the
like 10 pages.
just use this computer and don't worry about it. And instead they were like, oh no, there's a business center. And I walk in there and I look at the price. I'm like, shit, okay. Yeah. And of course, then when you log into eBay from a foreign computer that's in the middle of nowhere, they immediately go, how do we know this is you? Let me send you a text, and then you have to respond. I'm like, so they send you the damn code, and then I'm like, okay, I got the code. I want to enter the code in, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh shit, it's like 4 minutes. I have 6 minutes left to print this label. I'm like, God.
Yeah.
You know what? I really felt like putting a note in there. I hope you enjoy your welding cable, and don't burn yourself. And next time, pay for your stuff on time.
Oh, Joseph said that he sold it and was wondering if a bubble mailer is okay to ship lipstick. I didn't even see that one in there.
Oh, no, I didn't see that either. Yeah, I would ship it in a bubble mailer, wrap it in some bubble wrap, put it in a bubble mailer, and to be on with your day.
Yeah, I would definitely give it a little extra bubble wrap, or
I'd put like 2 pieces of cardboard,
tissue paper, or
make a little tiny box or whatever, like you could fold it.
I tell you what I do. Check this out. I have some nail polish that I ship. These are the little air packs that you get from Amazon when you recall an item, and they send you these wonderful little things. Put the lipstick down in, can y'all see that? Put the lipstick down in, like here's 2 air pillows, put it down in there, kind of fold it over, tape it, and then you shove that in a bubble mailer, and it's totally cocoon. That was
looks like a butt.
Really, really, Danica?
I didn't say that! That was Deb. I was sitting here demurely.
You just put it right in here.
You stick it right in the middle, right there.
God, you two, I can't take you anywhere.
No,
John says I'm childish.
that's why I work from home.
John says I'm childish.
He does. Daily.
You have the. Never mind.
I have the maturity of like a 12-year-old.
That's pretty much
on a good
my
day.
entire life. My mom used to, until I was like 30, she's like, "Are you ever going to grow up?" And finally, when I got like 35, I don't know. I was like, "No, I'm really not going to." And you need to get off my back.
Man. What are you owing, Deb?
I forgot to tell Sean something.
Well, tell him right now. He's out there.
I am. I just tapped it in the chat.
Say it out
Sorry,
loud.
my brain doesn't know how to like not speak out what it's thinking.
Ever use an Instapack inflatable foam pack? Yes, they are uber expensive. My dad had them at the UPS store, and it was a little machine that kept, for those that aren't familiar with it, it was like this little, it was about the size of one of those little air pillows, and it was a little pack thing, and it stayed on a hot heater thing, and then when you pop the thing and ready to put it in the pack, it would expand this foam inside of plastic, and he would gripe every time we had to use one because they were so expensive, but they're cool as crap.
I don't know what this is.
Huh?
I don't know what that is.
It's basically a little pack with expanding foam. Have you ever used expanding foam, like where you squirt it in the cracks of your house?
The grape?
Yeah, kind of like that, but it's in this little pack. This little, if I remember correctly, they're flat, and you keep it heated, and I think you'd pop it or you'd do something, and you'd put it in your box and like set your item in the middle of it, and as the foam is expanding, have you ever got something that was totally cocooned in like that foam, but it was that silver colored foam? Yeah. That's basically what those are. And they're cool as crap to use, but they're really, Brian, but they're he said they were slick but a bit pricey, average about $3 to $3.50 each. So they're like good if you're selling like $100 vases or whatever. When we had to use one, my dad would charge whoever was buying our services for packing whatever item. He'd charge them up the nose for one of them. But they're not gonna, the item's really not going to get broken, because if you do that on the bottom, put the item in, then you do it again on the top, I mean, you're really like cocooning it in there.
Right.
And then and you do it while it's in the box, so it forms to the box.
That's really cool, though.
They're really cool. I would love to have one. I would love to have an air pillow machine.
Somebody
I love air pillows.
I do. I have like a stash because we get everything from eBay.
The thing
I mean,
I like
from
about
Amazon.
air pillows is they're hard to store. Like they're too big.
They are up in our spare room that's like gutted right now. Our old master bedroom upstairs is gutted because we have to redo everything in there. It became storage for boxes and air pillows. They don't store well. You're right.
Mary Kate lipstick. I still don't see.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I don't know if you glitched or what, but
lip.
at least I'm glad that you asked because at least we were able to help.
Sometimes things just disappear.
Yeah, that's true. Facebook is not. My mom's Facebook has been really weird lately. Like it keeps telling her weird things. She's not hacked or anything. It's just.
Of your Mr. Sadie123 asked, "Hey Dusty, what was the model of your impulse sealer you showed the other day, and what plastic and where?" That was not me. Because I'm too cheap to buy an impulse sealer. Although I need one. I do have a kitchen sealer, one of those that I can use in a pinch, but no, that's for the next thing, Mr. Sadie, that's the next thing on my list is to actually invest in shrink. I have the heat gun. I need to invest in shrink wrap. I need to invest in impulse sealer, which they're super cheap. I just can't ever really decide what size, what width of shrink wrap I need. Because I know, it comes on big rolls and it's like V-fold and all that. Like, do I want to get the, medium width so I can do DVDs or, that's one of those things I've just never taken the leap into. I just kind of do things the old-fashioned way and poly bag and then, like, fold the extra over. I really don't even use my heat gun much, and I should. My stuff probably doesn't look the most professional.
I love heat shrinking stuff. It's like my favorite thing to do.
I'm so falling asleep. I apologize, guys. Like I sat down and just kind of went, oh.
Oh, that was Mike. Okay, 3 people just said that was Mike McCluskey. Yeah, and I will tell you right now that Mike McCluskey, I've actually bought some excess inventory from him that he shrink wrapped himself, and his crap, I was actually talking to somebody about that in a hangout today. Mike McCluskey's stuff looks freaking awesome. Like, he sent me it was a DVD, it was one of the items, and it was used, and I swear I thought it was new. It was so professionally wrapped with his heat shrinking crap. I was like, wow. Like, he takes some time to prep his crap.
I could see him doing that, though.
Right. And he's actually the one that I was asking advice for, was Mike McCluskey, about where to get, which shrink wrap he used and which width of rolls and all that kind of stuff. Because after I saw the way he did his stuff, I was like, wow.
I think that
very impressive.
I would be safe with them. I don't do a lot of bigger. I mean, I don't know. I mean, because there's, what is it? There's 16. Isn't 16 inch like the medium width?
Yeah, they have 12, which is too small, and nobody should ever buy that.
I don't think that would be good. But I think the 16.
But see, if you bought, and it's V-fold, right? So it's 16 inches and it's double, correct? So if you were like doing DVDs, then even if you put it in there sideways, you're going to end up. I keep thinking of all the waste in my head. That's why one of the reasons I can't make the leap into shrink wrap film, because I keep.
You just fold it over.
It's not that much waste, though.
Yeah, but if you had 16 inches, and even if you put the DVD in going this way, lengthwise, I mean, a DVD's what, 7 inches, 7.5 inches? You'd still have 9 inches of waste. I'm like, well, shit. Then I'd want to cut it and cut it out. Well, then I'd have 4 sides that were uncut, and I'd have to impulse seal. I'm very OCD, and I don't know. I would have to have like 4 different sizes of shrink wrap.
You could just put 2 DVDs in there and leave a space, cut it, and then cut it again. And then shrink it.
honestly, it's kind of one of the reasons I don't do bundles. I don't do a lot of things I should. I hate prep work. Because to me, doing prep work for Amazon is almost like taking pictures for eBay. And if I'm going to go to all that trouble, you know what I mean? And I know it sounds awful and it's kind of lazy, but I just like really easy stuff. My wife is awesome and amazing at peeling off price tags. She's in there peeling off price tags on 80-something items and polybagging them 6 to a set and sticking labels on. I mean, she loves doing that kind of stuff. I can't do it. It makes me crazy. I mean, I
And you said you
converted.
make multiple pockets with the sealer.
So we talked about summertime stuff for like 12 minutes.
Yeah,
and
I just realized that myself about 10 minutes ago.
We're so good at this topic stuff.
I know, we're not good at this. We did much better when we didn't
asking
have
us
one.
what the topic's going to be because we don't. It doesn't matter. We don't follow it anyway.
We try really, really, really hard. I am going to put a list together though of, you know, the summertime things that we talked about, and I'll just put it in Profit Talk.
I think a lot of it depends on audience participation. If the audience kind of goes,
I think everybody's just as tired as we are.
yeah, if everybody in the chat, you know, kind of goes another direction, we'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
Yeah, but there's a different show, and I don't know what it is.
Tonight?
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, who is it?
I don't know, but I remember somebody saying something was coming on at 8.
Oh, I know the Green Room was talking about moving theirs to Monday.
No. Something's coming on. I don't know what, though.
It's the RB2 show.
I don't know.
So at 8, you can go watch the show that I don't know what it's called.
Oh, Deb, when are you doing eBay Radio?
I don't know. Probably next week, maybe.
I thought it was tomorrow.
Well, yeah, but I need to know for sure because it's Pacific time and it runs right through when I have to pick up my daughter. So I'm going to fill out the questionnaire and turn it in, and then might be next week or after that.
Well, why did you lie to us?
Right? God.
I didn't.
Totally did.
I said there's a chance that I can soon. That didn't mean
Thank God everybody's so tired tonight. Nobody actually wants to
soon
buy.
means today, or at the very latest tomorrow.
And if it's not today, you're a bold-faced liar.
That's right.
That's not what you told us. This is Mr. I didn't realize this. I know Mr. Sadie123 from from Picker's Church and other shows and stuff. I didn't realize this is his first time at Profit Talk.
I didn't realize that.
Well, yay! Welcome aboard.
No doubt. Okay, so there is no RB3 thing.
RB3.
Well, but he's not doing a show at all anymore, right?
So now it's like the RB2, or I don't know.
It's what? It's either. I don't know. I don't even know who all is going to be.
Okay, well, somebody's on and go watch it. I want to go eat some dinner. I'm starved.
Yeah, I want to.
I have groceries. I have $260 of groceries sitting in my kitchen floor so that I could come sit here and be half asleep talking to you guys.
You did at least like put the meltable stuff away, right?
I don't have meltables.
Oh, I got a bolo replens for you that I'm not going to pursue anymore. If you can find it in your grocery store, but I'm not going to tell you.
I'm done with this. You can have it.
No, it's really not work. It's really good profit. It's just It's kind of like I don't know. It's like every time I go to Walmart, I have to wipe the shelf out of this item, and then and every single time it's like, it's not great profit, but it's, I don't know.
This is a really long segue. What is it?
I'm not going to tell you live. And then every single time the girl's like, oh my God, you like this? And I'm like, yeah. And this is my white lie. I said, oh, I have people that can't get that where they live, and so I buy it for them.
That's not a lie.
It's kind of a white lie. It's for people.
They can't get it where they are, so they Amazon it.
It must be really good. And I'm like, yeah, it actually is.
I'm not really sure if I should be offended by what Joe just said.
Wait, what did he say?
Uh-oh, we're going live. Joe.
Ew.
Spam doesn't melt.
Spam doesn't melt in a nuclear.
I'm a very healthy fat person. There's a bunch of produce over there sitting on my floor. So. whatever, and free range, damn $5.99 a dozen chicken eggs.
What?
I'm like, we gotta get chickens.
$5.99?
$5.99. They had them on sale for $3.99. The price of eggs has gone up like $1.50 a dozen. I don't know what's going on.
Wait,
ours are $3.99 not on sale.
Whoa. For a dozen eggs?
For the organic
free range. The pasture raised eggs, like pasture raised chickens.
I buy like white chicken butt eggs. Like they were $1. Large were $1.55 a dozen at Walmart.
Yeah, well, our regular eggs like that are $1.88, I think, and I think they went up to like $2.29. I don't know what's going on with the eggs, but the price of eggs has really gone up. Like even like this other just brown eggs that I used to buy, they were two something, and now they're like $3. They were like $3.28 or something like that.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Or like they haven't raised at all here.
I don't know what's going on. It was
weird.
across the egg board. The like cheap eggs were up, and so were like the expensive eggs were like super up. It was like an extra like $2 a dozen.
Good Lord.
So, like, we are buying chickens when we move. And they will be non-antibiotic, hormone-free, free-range yard chickens.
And then you can sell your extra eggs for $3 a dozen.
I know.
That's what the ladies up the street do. They've got chickens. You can't have chickens in city limits here. Not even laying hens.
You can have them here as long as they're not within 100 feet of your nearest neighbor.
Just so people know, I have a balance ball chair. That's why I keep going like this.
Oh my goodness. Joe said he was kidding.
I noticed, like, I watched the video, and I'm like, I'm moving an awful lot.
Oh my goodness. Joe said he was kidding Devin. He was trying to be funny.
I know, I saw that.
All right.
We gotta go.
Which is usually what happens to me because all my jokes come out wrong. So I totally I feel you, Joe.
Because they said I have a balance ball chair?
No, back to the other. Oh my God, really? Okay, so we've gone 8 minutes over, and now we're in this.
We're going to bed now.
Let's talk about Bitcoin.
I'm gonna go.
Thank you for watching.
And make dinner.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys putting up with our ADD ways. So.
We need to get better.
We try. Angie said she doesn't care if we stay on topic or even have a topic. So.
It's the bird flu, and they're killing thousands of chickens.
Is that what it is? I heard about that. I heard about that there was a bird flu and something about the chickens, but I didn't.
I had heard that the biker gangs were killing the birds.
I heard that too.
Bye.
All right, great show.
Good night, guys. We'll see you Wednesday.